Hey, so today I wanted to tell you about my horror book. It's called The Dream Killer. The cover is done by Dawn Noble, and it's edited by a guy named Daniel Nobles. You can see the back there. So this is a story about a guy named Ethan, and he's having dinner with his mother one day, and she says to him, could you go to the basement and get that carpet that I'm storing down there? So he goes down there, and in the carpet, he finds the body of this girl that's gone missing, and the girl's disappearance has been national headlines, and he has no idea how her body got there, and he has no alibi for the night she disappeared, and so he kind of finds himself in the center of a mystery that he's trying to solve. So the inception of this story is really interesting because it's actually based on a nightmare that I had. So when I was 8 or 9, the story that was on the front page of every tabloid newspaper was JonBenét Ramsey, and I would see her face everywhere at the supermarket and stuff like that. And I was young and I didn't really know what had happened, but I knew that there was this girl and she was killed and she was found in her basement. And one day I had a nightmare, and the nightmare was that I found JonBenét's body in our basement. And I knew that I had done something, like I had killed her. And it was so terrifying because the nightmare wasn't so much about the act of doing it or that there was a body there, but it was about the idea that the police were questioning me, they were closing in, and I had to prove my innocence, but everybody was slowly starting to realize oh my God, you did something horrible, something unspeakable. And it was all just about kind of guilt. It was a feeling of guilt in the nightmare. And I had this nightmare recurring for I would say 30 or 40 times. It wasn't always with JonBenét Ramsey, it was with just a different body each time. It continued until last year I had the nightmare again. But the difference was that it kept going. It kept going and it answered the question of how the body got there, my whole role in this, and it built to a conclusion where it kind of gave me an answer, maybe the answer that I was seeking from when I originally had this nightmare so many years ago. I had the beginning when I was 8 or 9, and then when I was 40, I dreamt up the ending. And so without exaggeration, this book is 80% just me translating the nightmare that I've had my entire life into a book. And I'm very excited about it. I think it's the best thing I've written, and it's called The Dream Killer. It comes out March 25th, 2025. And it'll be available on Amazon. Thank you so much.